Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investor, a daily update for Tuesday, July 27th. A special shout out to my dad, it's his birthday today, without whom I would not be in the stock market, would not be involved in it at all. So, looking at the first item of news today, it's Beijing is cracking down on the Chinese stocks in the US. Today, it plunged 19%, more than 19%. It is the biggest drop for these Chinese stocks. So it has seen a loss of over $829 billion since hitting a record high in February. Again, steer clear of these Chinese stocks, possibly except for DD and I'm going to say Canaan and SOS, but you have to, again, wait for the entry points for those. Looking at FinViz, we have the big loser and the top winner. The big loser of the day is IRCP. They're down over 71%. And the big winner is INTZ or INTZ. They are up over 52%. Looking next at GameStop, they are down 3%, trading between 176 to 185 today. On volume was about 1/6, and that is relatively stable. Could shoot up at any moment or it could go down. It's hard to say at this juncture. AMC is up, I should say down, uh, minus 5%, and their volume was, I should say, the range was 37 to 40, and the volume was about a third, less than a third of the usual average. And this is stabilizing as well. It could shoot up or it could go down. It's hard to say at this point. And wrapping up our stock review with MetaMaterials, they are down about 4.9%. So I think we reached a new low for the stock since we've been tracking it post stock split and merger. So this is down to a new low of 322. I don't think it's been that low yet. So 322, and that is a great sell off, a great fire sale, I should say. Great price. If you haven't got into the stock yet, this is the time. This is the calm before the storm, before it goes right back up to double digits. Come August 10th, things will most likely turn around by then. So let's look at our other areas. Wall Street Bets is coming up next, as well as Twitter and other things, whatever is new. So CEO George Palikaras tweeted twice today. The first tweet was about a Wired article talking about virtual reality. I went through it. It was not a positive article on the tech. However, it was talking about augmented reality. And I really do feel that augmented reality is probably where this technology is going to be successful in regards to the integration with AR with a heads up display. So if we're looking at, for example, a Tesla vehicle and you have a heads up display on the windshield, it will only enhance the experience of perhaps integrating the map with everything around you. So perhaps it's easier to find maybe a sign if you're lost or a gas station or just being able to navigate more easily, particularly for maybe even Uber drivers or just somebody who's new to the area. So that's that first Twitter or the first tweet he posted today. And the next one was a hire. A new HR manager was hired, Monica Driscoll from CPHR. She, her, to our growing metamaterial team. She joins us from IMP Aerospace and Defense, and she brings knowledge and experience in all aspects of HR management. So I looked up this company, IMP Aerospace and Defense, and they deal with the federal government of Canada, providing military and civilian aviation equipment. So again, I talked about this yesterday. You don't mess around with the federal government, and so this is a direct hire from a company that either works with or is very much linked to the federal government, in this case, Canada. So we're going to keep going. Okay, so I'm here on Wall Street Bets, and people are saying buy the dip in terms of Chinese stocks. I'm saying don't do that. Would be very careful here. I'm not going to advise people. And again, I'm not a financial advisor expert, but I'm not going to advise people into a situation where they will likely find themselves in the hole or bag holding. So I'm not going to do that here. I'm just not feeling very bullish on that prospect of investing in these Chinese companies. But if you're going to do that, maybe DD is probably one of the better ones, as well as Canon, CAN, and SOS. But besides that, I'd be very, very careful in that situation. Why would you invest in a country that is pretty much trying to compete against your own? I'm talking about Americans here. Uh, Looking at the mentions in Wall Street bets, Lucid Motors got probably the most today. They've been trending since yesterday, and if you've been following my channel since the beginning, I have been very bullish on Lucid. I am a shareholder. Full disclosure, I own Lucid stock, so I am very bullish on the stock. I've predicted this is going to triple digits sometime in the future. It might take 5, 10 years, down the road for it to reach that point. So I'm going to look at some of these tabs on Wall Street Bets. So first of all, it's talking about private investment in public equities. This is a Lucid Motors related post. So he's saying 2.5 billion in Lucid Group and another offering oversubscribed at the time. Okay, trying to break this down. Seven large institutions provided 2.5 billion, and Saudis was one of the seven institutions. So we are talking about that yesterday. Um, okay, so they're saying the Saudi PIF is 200 million. I think I said billion yesterday. Maybe it is closer to 200 million. Um, all right. So uh, every time this stock falls $1, the PIF loses 1 billion. So I think what they're trying to say here is that the PIFs are not going to just abandon Lucid. Uh, they're going to stick with them in the long term. That's what I am reading into this. Yeah, expectation of long-term capital commitment is one of these uh, reasons why they were chosen. The pipes, or for pipe for short, but long is private investment in public equities. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up here for this post. The pipe deal has put them in an enviable position for Lucid. Among investors since February, many institutions and retail investors wish they could buy Lucid at 15 per share. And that's our target price. If you want to get into the stock, our entry point is $17 to $18 for more normal mode. But if you're going expert mode, you're probably going to want to get this 17 and under. So $15 could possibly be another entry point, but we'll see. Time will tell. Remember that many short squeeze scenarios have happened to lock up expirations due to massive bets against the stock, leading to the lockup expiration date due to anticipated large sell off. And the sell off is not being materialized when investors don't sell upon lockup expiration. Okay, that just sounds like Chinese to me. But basically, pipes are very good. It's a good sign that the pipes are investing into Lucid. Okay, so that's just more information about that. Now we're looking at Cassava Sciences. So this stock I looked into recently. Looks like a very promising stock, but they are presenting this Thursday, I believe, which is tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow, 2 days from now at AAIC. They will be releasing a 9-month data result for their clinical trials for these drugs that will are trying to fight Alzheimer's. Um, So this drug is called Simufilam. It has shown potentially groundbreaking results in manipulating filamin A, essential protein in our brains, where the rest of the biotech industry has long been targeted the amyloid instead of the filamin A. And need I mention, nobody has found success in attacking Alzheimer's with this approach. They have a $5 billion market cap. If Sava releases the data that the bullish investors are expecting, the shares could skyrocket. With Alzheimer's affecting millions of Americans with no promising products on the market to combat it, this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity for investors. We could see the market cap of Sava go into hundreds of billions of dollars. So it's speculation, wild speculation, but yeah, potentially that is there. Why do you continue to pump money into meme stocks, which hedge funds have now adapted to, when there's a stock that could triple or times 10 your money? Okay, so I'm looking at Sava and anyhow, I have my friend here. So Sava is it's at 127 right now. The dip, the normal dip, I'm gonna say is probably around $80. But if you're going for an expert dip, you're gonna look at $32 to maybe 37, but even better. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say that's easy mode, $80. Normal is 32 to 37, and then expert anything below that. So this is not the right time to buy it right now, in my opinion. Even though they're saying all these positive potential things to happen with the stock, that it will go up, crazy with this Alzheimer's drug news. So I'm reading this. Yeah, people are not sure if it's going to go up. So I'm going to close up the show here with MetaMaterials next. So let's take a look at that and close up for today. Okay, so looking at LinkedIn, there was a post here from MetaMaterials subreddit. They said LinkedIn is being used to expose Citadel, the hedge fund. That is a big development. That LinkedIn can be used as a platform in that way is very interesting. Okay, we're going to keep moving on. Okay, here's the post from MetaMaterials. There's quite a number to go through today, but this person is saying that we are wrong, or that maybe specifically I am wrong. He's saying that I believe Meta is not looking to produce many of their own products and tech. Instead, they want to be an R&D powerhouse, enabling other people uh, to do their products, to make these products that they're uh, pretty much planning. So I don't know. This person is very, I think I'd say, negative towards what's going on. Um, they're saying they don't have the facilities of Apple and Samsung, so on. I think this person just does not have the right amount of trust in this company. This person does not seem to have done the research and the homework to see that, yeah, they do have the backing of many companies to do what they want to do. Okay, so I'm back talking about this article again, and he's saying there's a 99% it'll be downvoted into oblivion. You know what? This guy's speculating. I'm not gonna uh, disagree or agree. I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm not sure what's going to happen, so I'm not gonna upvote or downvote. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. I think this person's very doubtful and did not do the homework and research regarding this company, MetaMaterials. Okay, who's still with me? Please tell me I'm not alone. Oh, you're definitely not alone. Okay, yeah, I agree. So this person bought a lot of shares between $6 to $3. So okay, no problem with that. There's a net tweet from George. I think we spoke about this already. Let me just pause to save you some time for the loading screen. Okay, so there's a post. These are comments regarding the tweet regarding AR and VR tech. So this person's saying, "Oh, this is sad. We can't, no official partnerships." Well, if you did your homework, you would know you can't announce anything in the period of silence post merger. That's just legal. It would be illegal for him to announce anything official. I don't. I guess people are just not. They're not doing their homework at all. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm not gonna continue talking about that. And then another post that's very negative. I'm just going to downvote this. It's kind of getting on my nerves. You're going to see this skyrocket when the quiet period is over. Yeah, there's a quiet period. That's just factual. It's not something people make up. It's something you can look up. And in my or not my website, my channel, we went over this many times. There's a quiet period, and I think that elapses, or I should say, completes around August 10th. If not on that date, then just slightly after. I'm not listening to these dates. People are pushing. Okay, that's up to you. You can do whatever you like. You can buy, sell whenever you want. It's your choice. We are listed as a semiconductors company, da da da, to the moon. There's a quiet period. Yeah, there is a quiet period. So this person does not know what they're talking about. Uh, there is a quiet period. I mean, he could say what he wants, but come August 10th, this person will have to be eating crow. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I give time to posts like that, but just to debunk them, I suppose. Cavestro's revenue in 2020, it says $20 billion. So George Palikaras here and Yuan Lang Lok, head of commercial operations, holographic light guiding at Cavestro. In a sneak peek at the SPIE invited talks, we informed about our strategic partnership with MetaMaterial to provide a one-stop shop solution for the AR smart glasses on the right side of the picture. More to come. Stay tuned. Wow. Okay, I didn't know about that. So Cavestro is dealing with MetaMaterials, and the revenue was 20 billion in 2020. I'm not sure when this took place. Actually, it says closer to 13 billion. Okay, I don't know what their source is, but we'll see. This is a rumor for now, so take that with a grain of salt. Next, Jamie Vincent on Twitter says the following opinion: why I think investors should review MetaMaterials and hold it. Okay, what are they talking about? I think it's to do with the AR. Um, the link works. Okay, we'll look at that. So anyhow, we can see a lot of people are clearly misinformed. They didn't do their homework, and to be fair, I didn't do my homework initially as well. It does take time for people to look at the correct sources, to to do their due diligence, and just to use their wisdom and see, okay, is this really promising? Is this have a lot of potential? And yeah, every company has potential, but can they fulfill their promises, or not really promises, but can they deliver on the expectations? I think that's with every stock. But this is a stock that a lot of people are bullish on. It is becoming the new AMC and GME. It's trending as top three. Okay, so what is this talking about? Google acquisition of North, an augmented glasses startup that had a long IP history. So this is a thread that Jamie has done here. It later sold its IP to MetaMaterial. Wow. Okay, I had no idea about that. So this person may be presenting the truth, but you have to prove this for yourself. So again, it's saying this company called North was an augmented glasses startup, so AR. And this is big because getting a waveguide into a prescription lens is the holy grail for achieving consumer viable smart glasses. Okay. And then he's saying Cavestro and North joined forces in 2019, and there is a tie to MetaMaterials via the Bayfall HX products that Meta has access to. Okay. The Interglass acquisition already made Meta a player. Together with the North IP and manufacturing facility, MetaMaterial brought along the Cavestro relationship. So he's got a source there. Uh, okay, that's something we really should look up. So let me open that. So Google acquired North, and they have a long IP history. So let's look at that. And then it's looking at uh, MetaMaterial brought along the Cavestro relationship. Okay, so let's look at that as well. MetaMaterial announces they have produced this combination of manufacturing and IP, intellectual property from these acquisitions, and now they offer waveguides within a prescription lens. And there's the source. Okay, so this is all pretty big. A lot of people are buying into what this guy is saying. I'm not at the moment. Again, I'm opening these sources. Make sure that these sources check out. So this is from CNBC.com. It says Google acquires North, which makes smart glasses similar to Google Glass. I can never say Google, but anyway. So this is a real article, and they announced on Tuesday it acquired North. I don't know what year this is from. Oh, 2020. Okay, this is last year. So they acquired North. and he's trying to make the connection with metamaterial. So let's look at the next source. This is from Bloomberg.com, and this is again from last year, talking about metamaterial meta securing a facility to scale up production. So Meta, a developer of high performance functional materials, uh, they signed a 10-year lease. We know about that, to a 53,000 square foot facility, which has now been increased recently, which will host holography and lithography labs. Okay, let's get to the gist of it. We're looking for North. Okay, I don't see the link here. Scale up production. Holographical optical components, that might be the link. Um, Avant AR glasses. Okay. In 2019, Meta acquired from North. Okay, so they acquired North. So there it is. That's the confirmation. So this is what this guy proved is actually correct. So we just proved it correct. You don't just believe everything you read. That's just the fact of life. And Metamaterial deepens relationship with Covestro. This is also from Bloomberg. So Metamaterial announced a 3-year supply deal with Covestro Deutschland. So that is confirmed as well, and they have the last year, I believe it's at 13 billion in profit, and this is to do with the AR, augmented reality applications, such as the glasses that are supposedly being made. So I'm saying supposedly because they have not been released to the public yet. So that remains to be seen. But this is a very good development, very positive. So I might make that the title of this video. Very interesting development there. So we have three more tabs to read. It's talking about Google Pixel Fold, um, looking at iPhone and Google phones. These are foldable and interesting. So that might be another potential area where Meta will make money if they can get their foot in the door with Google or Apple. Okay, second last post. Hedge funds want to know about your investment, so don't share anything online regarding how much you bought at and how many shares you own. To be honest, I don't think that really affected anybody when the AMC stock, when AMC had the short squeeze. So it really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not saying everyone should share their, you know, holdings. I think that would be unwise. But at the same time, I think the more important thing, whether you release that publicly and say you bought, a million shares at, $10 or $2 or $3, whatever you bought them at, the most important thing is that you hold. You hold and you stick with it for the long term. And when it goes up to 10, 20, eventually, you sell when you want to sell. It's up to you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor or expert, so you do what you do want what you do what you want to do. Last post talking about Meta and Samsung. I would like to share some information with you guys about my experience today. I'm going to upvote this. First, I want to say I work at a mobile retailer. I got super excited. Well, the Samsung representative stopped at my store, and you guessed it, I hounded him for new information on the new Fold. It's the phone that folds, foldable phone. I have not seen it yet, but I have to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, Friday when he brings it. I won't be able to say anything after that until the release date. I did ask him if there is metamaterial in the phone. Oh, here we go. His words, not mine, was yes, there is. Oh, take us to the grain of salt, but if this is correct, wow, this is going to be massive. He mentioned he couldn't tell me the name of the phone, so I'm speculating it won't be called the Fold 3. Also, when I asked about NanoWeb, his response was, "That's why I like you, because you know your stuff." He couldn't tell me, but the grin he had on his face was telling enough that I nailed it. Boy, I hope I'm right and we start getting the PR we need. I love you, Meta family. Have a good night. Take this post as of what you want. I'm just sharing what I can because until I sign the NDA, I won't be able to say anything. So this is going to be potentially massive. If this is confirmed that MetaMaterials is working with Samsung or Google or Apple or all three, this stock is going to go through the roof. We could see not just a new Tesla, we could see a new Apple in the making. So I don't even know what to make the title of this video. This could be Meta and Samsung. This could be Meta and North with the AR, technology. Uh, it's a toss up. I'm going to call it Meta and Samsung because I feel like we ended on a very strong note here. So again, thank you very much for your time. I do this pro bono. I don't do this for any subscriptions or likes or views. If that comes, it's there. But anyhow, whether I get whatever number of views, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much for your support in the form of views and likes and even dislikes. Please tell me what I can do to improve this channel. And if I've earned your subscription, hit that button. If not, maybe wait till the next video or the next one until I earn that. I want to earn your subscription. I don't want you just click because somebody's telling you to do it or smash it or whatever the heck they say on YouTube. So thank you very much for your time. We'll check in tomorrow, God willing, and may God bless you and God bless your investments.